Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to EXSIN Live. It's Dave and Phil, and we're gonna give them a nugget. That's gonna make them
chicken nugget.
A nugget of information of
Nugget of
gold.
information.
It's gold because
Golden
it's gonna make them more money than they could ever imagine, and it's super easy.
You must be talking about. I think I know what you're talking about.
So
Dave doesn't tell me anything when I get on.
I know, because it's more fun to see his reaction when we do this. That's the best part of EXSIN Live, me getting to see Phil's reaction when I bring it up to him.
Scares me sometimes. What kind of nugget are we talking about?
There's a mindset we got to kill right now.
Okay.
The red ocean.
Oh yeah, red ocean's bad.
We gotta kill the look. If you're worried about holding on to the little bit you have right now and not losing anything, you're like this all tucked up. Man, that's a problem.
Yeah,
there's no reason for that.
Yeah, we see this all the time. You know, we see it with clients that we work with. We've seen it within our own organization before. You also see it with strategic partnerships that you try to create, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You'll see folks that, man, there's all this opportunity. People will acknowledge there's opportunity, but they're just too scared. They're afraid they're going to lose what they have, and they're willing to give up all this great stuff that they could get. And they're just settling. They're just settling with where they are and the money they're making today.
So, pay attention right now. If you don't hear anything else, hear this. The best way to grow your revenue for your company, your agency.
Oh, I know what it is.
Leverage your existing customer base.
Yeah, sure is. You know, we work with people on this all the time. You know, you've got all these great relationships already. You have all these people that you know. Even if it's not a deep relationship with a current client, let's say it's a newer relationship, or maybe it's a client that you've had for a little while, but you just haven't done a good job of developing that relationship for whatever reason. It's all okay, because even that scenario is a very, very, very warm relationship, right? Because they've already said yes to you. They've already done business with you. So there's opportunities everywhere to go out and to grow your revenue through those existing relationships.
Or they can keep cold calling and have a 5% chance it may be having a presentation.
I mean, 5 out of 100?
If you're on a good day. That's just for the presentation. You only close with 1%.
That's just to get the appointment.
Right.
5 out of 100 to get the appointment. So if you get 5 out of 100 appointments and you have a closing ratio of 30%, get used to TV dinners, kids, because we're not going to be eating too much T-bone or ribeye or porterhouse anytime soon. You've got to change the mindset.
Now, Phil, I got to be honest with you. The Swanson Hungry Man chicken
good. No, it's good.
It wasn't bad.
No, I don't mind it.
I
just don't want to eat it every day.
Well, no, that's fair.
Right.
Ramen noodles. You get ramen every day. Boy. Back to college.
Did that before.
Yeah. No. So let's talk about this. Let's talk specifically about agency owners because whether you're a PNC agency, a life and health agency, you're doing advanced cases, whatever it is, all of those people need all of that risk management, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people we work with are in the insurance space, financial services space, and we see it in that industry all the time. They'll go out, let's use just a local example. So everybody out there that's watching, you have an insurance agent, right? They've approached you, usually or you've approached them if it's property and casualty. Maybe you just see their sign and you're in a small town and you drive by and say, I'm going to compare rates. So you go in and you say, this is my car, this is what I have. What they're usually going to do is they're going to say, well, let us quote your home also. If you have a home, you'll quote both of them. They'll usually tell you something like, well, you get a discount if I have your home and auto. So they're saying all this stuff. So you say, yeah, I'm going to do it with you. So you got one car and one house. You got 2 policies. You never hear from them again. They never talk to you about anything else. They never sit down and do a fact finder for you or try to help you uncover other things that they can help you with. None of that occurs. So what do they end up doing? They never go beyond that homeowners and that auto policy. Or if they sell you, if it's a business client, you're a business owner, someone might come in and take care of your commercial insurance, but they never talk to you about employee benefits. They never talk to you about key employee insurance. They never talk to you about buy-sell agreement. They never talk to you about estate planning. They never do these basic things that a professional should be doing to round it out. So if you're in that industry and you're sitting there and you're one of those people, realize you could take an account as an insurance professional that maybe you're making $1,000 a year in commission and turn that into 10, 20, 30,000 and higher in commission. It's sitting there. What do you got to do? You got to go have a conversation with them.
So let me ask you a question, because Phil is 100% right on what he's saying, and this applies not just to agency businesses, but any business, leveraging your existing customer base. What would happen if your spouse knew you were leaving money on the table?
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
Ooh, my mama would not be happy in
My wife likes shiny things.
Yeah, no. So act like Dave and Phil are going to call your spouse tomorrow and let them know that you're leaving stuff on the table.
You're going to get a shot. That's what you're going to do.
Just act. We're not really going to do it. We get it. We totally understand. But act like somebody, maybe Dave and Phil, are going to call your spouse and go, you know, your husband's doing a great job. Your wife's doing a great job in the insurance space or in her business space or his business space. But I just realized they're not asking their existing customer base for more business, and they're already buying it. They need life insurance. They probably need an umbrella policy.
Yeah.
You know, they probably need health care.
There's all these things.
Their kids could use a term life policy. I mean, why not be you?
Yeah, and I think that's the other thing that Dave's hitting on is, you know, if you are in that, and since we're focusing on the insurance agency as an example right now, if you're an agency owner or a producer inside an agency, you know, understand that there's three things. I'm going to give you a little pearl that's been a pearl forever, and you've heard me say this before. Every prospective client, when you first meet them and when you're first developing that relationship, they're going to go in one of three categories. It's going to be a product sell, it's going to be a planning trail, or it's going to be a garbage pail. But they're going in one of those three areas. Why do you do that? You do that because if you make them a customer, product sell, right? And if you're doing things correctly, you're developing the relationship, you're doing thoughtful, well thought out fact finders where you're sitting down and doing a discovery to find out what their other needs are, what's keeping them awake at night, where's their pain point, what's bothering them. This applies to anybody that sells anything. We're just using insurance as an example, right? If they're doing those things, you're going to sell other things. So that's planning trail, right? You're really on a journey with them. And garbage pail is, listen, Mr. Smith, my son just got in the insurance business a year ago. That's a garbage pail. You're not going to outsell a son. You're not going to outsell a brother-in-law. You're not going to outsell a lot of things. There's also people that have done business with the same people. We're very fortunate to have a lot of clients like this that have been with us for years. And if you do a good job, it's very hard to wedge between those relationships. But a lot of people, unfortunately, most people, they don't really feel like their insurance provider is a trusted advisor. They just feel like they did a transaction for them. And that's where you have opportunity to go out and create more opportunity. Of course, you're going to talk about another step probably in this, right?
I'm going to talk about this first. This is the key to this. The more products your clients buy from you,
they're sticky.
The stickier they are. So just imagine, and we'll use the insurance example. They had their home, their auto, an umbrella policy. They had their life insurance with you. They had life insurance for their kids. They had their health insurance with you because they don't have a company policy. They got workers' comp because they're a business owner, and they got their BOP with you, their business owner policy with you. How likely do you think they are going to be to move? Because if they move, they got to figure all that stuff out, and they don't have time for it.
Well, it's a lot of work, and also every time you do that, if you've created, as Dave likes to call it, a sticky relationship, which is exactly what it is, they're just less likely to go because you've probably earned that. You've earned the know, like, and trust, right? They trust you. They know what they're going to get from you. You know, so the deeper you can go in the relationship, obviously, the more products, the better your retention rate's going to be. So if your retention rate's 80%, maybe you can move that up to 85%, right? Where to me, when an agency is killing it on customer service and they're doing all the right things, their retention rate's over 90%, right? I mean, they're keeping their clients. So I think that's a great point, Dave. You got to make your relationship sticky, and the best way to do that is to provide a lot of different services for those people.
And this applies to any business. So how are we going to do that? We're going to stop being transactional.
Yep.
We're going to start being thoughtful.
Yep.
We're going to leverage our existing customer base to help our growth because that's the easiest way to grow, the highest success rate.
Yep.
So less work, more reward. And then finally, we're going to create customers that are our friends and family along the way because we take care of them. And we're following up with them on a regular schedule to make sure everything's right in their life.
Yeah, and when you do that, what happens is people become your champions, right? They're out telling people about you. Now we're making money. Now we're making all the money.
All the money. When they're your champion, they're out there promoting you, so you just sit back and count money.
Correct. And I think that's the big thing, right? And there's a very thoughtful, professional way to do all these things. It's not difficult. You just got to know how to do it. You got to go out and apply it. Everything in sales is about execution, guys. It's not about planning, although that's important. It's not about goal setting, although that's critical. It's not about tactics and strategies, although that's critical. You know, there's critical things out there that are non-negotiables that you have to do. But boy, let me tell you, it comes down to know, like, and trust every time. If you're doing all these other things, if you have good systems, if you know how to do things, right? If you know how to go sit down and have a really thoughtful, professional client satisfaction strategy session with a customer, man, that's where beautiful things happen. You know, beautiful. One of the things we enjoy more than anything is teaching people how to go do that.
100%.
I mean, it's so much fun when you see the light bulb go off, and we get to see it. We've seen it last week. We've seen it this week. We see it every week because we do this a lot. And people that see it, when the light bulb goes off, then they can go make all the money.
Look, we know it's not all about money, but it is, because you got to take care of your family, take care of yourself.
It's a little bit about the money.
It's a little bit about, no doubt. But we want to see you be successful. We appreciate you taking your time today to listen to us. Guess what? The next few weeks, we're going to talk about different things you can do in your business to make it more successful and more valuable to everyone around you.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some great things we're going to be talking about. We really want to focus on in 2024, as we always have, but we really want to focus even deeper on how can we give you things that you can go out tomorrow and start making money with, right? Where can you go make more money? Because yeah, it's not all about the money. You got to do it the right way. You do it because you want to serve people. But let's not kid each other. If you're in the insurance space, nobody grew up wanting to be an insurance salesman. Right? Just like nobody wanted to grow up probably selling. When you're a little kid, they say, what do you want to be when you grow up? I don't think insurance salesman is on very many kids' list, right? Just like I don't think salesman in general is. But it's the greatest profession in the world. Sales is an incredible profession. Nothing happens in our economy until something's sold. So the job you do, if you're a salesperson, a sales leader, a business owner, your job is the lifeblood of our economy. You've got to go out. You've got to be passionate about it. But at the end of the day, we all got families to take care of. We want you to build huge, successful organizations and have a ton of fun doing it while you're helping people.
I'm going to close it with a quote from a good friend of mine, Wes Schaefer, a fellow cadet, Air Force Academy guy who's big into sales. And this is it today. Go out and sell something. With that, Dave and Phil, we are out of here.